Greetings, friends, family, viewers from across the world, coming to you once again, Tap Podcast, and you know what time it is. Today, I want to bring you part 2. We did part 1, now I'm going to do part 2 on this amazing, intriguing, and very militant topic. And again, I am once again none other than Prophet Faisal Adam. Sir, you know stranger.
Yes.
So let's get right into it. Maybe I can just get straight to the question. I'm sure the viewers want more. So last podcast, you just clarified the whole army theme that we got going on with the background here and the army attire, and it's been Sunday after Sunday, you've been encouraging God's people to come in army attire. And I was just saying, clarified it, and I think on part 1 you did well. You clarified so well the discipline, and the framing of the mind, using natural elements to reveal a spiritual truth. So today I just want to know, what more can you say?
It's a very, very interesting question, but I have some profound truth in scripture that will help everyone that's listening. It's in let's go to 2 Timothy 2 verse 4. For every soldier called to active duty. You're only a soldier if you're called to active duty. Now, but listen to this truth. For those that are called to active duty, they must divorce themselves, legal binding document. Guess what? Divorce from what? Distraction. Of this world. So just in the natural army, if the soldiers go into war distracted by home problems, distracted because the child is doing bad at school, distracted, all those things, it can wound the other soldier. So the scripture is saying, divorce yourself from the distractions of this world so that we can fully satisfy the one that called us. So what our love is entangled if we are distracted. We give him the one that called us in the army. If we are distracted, we cannot love him the way we can or supposed to. So what happens is the scripture is saying, Timothy is saying to us, come on, we have to be focused, we cannot be distracted because we have to please the one that called us. So distraction, even if it's not sinful, it can also cause less of the love of God. See, because distraction now of this world will take you away from the presence of God. It's as a fight for even people to come to church because they're distracted. So in a lot of things you see they're distracted and they don't do or they don't satisfy the one that called them in the army.
This just brings more clarity to why the soldier concept is such a profound one. Because when you're speaking about distractions, we live in a world that seems to be plagued with distraction. And it's like we have a valid reason why we are distracted. So, but I like how you that this army concept, because I'm just thinking, one who's enlisted in the army,
Yes.
he leaves his family, he comes out of society. And that just kept coming to me to realize we are so involved in society. Maybe that's why we get so entangled in distractions, And I like what you said, active duty. So you must, as a Christian, be active. Is that what you said?
Yes.
You gotta be active.
And the army used the terminology called AWOL, absent without leave. So it looks like some of the church people got absent without leave. They do not get leave from the commander-in-chief Jesus Christ. So they're not doing what they're called to do. They're in a backslidden state, they're inactive, they don't know what God has called them, the general of the army. They cannot pay attention, they cannot stand to salute because they don't hear the voice of God. They don't hear the commanding. They don't hear the instruction. They don't hear it's time for war. See, we have to war over our children. We have to war over our finance. We have to war over sickness. There's so much things we have to war for. But if we're not practicing the warring, guess what? This will be overwhelming. That's why we have no discipline. That's why we can't listen to instruction. It's because we don't know how to war. And sometimes warring is not like what we think, not only praying, it's understanding scripture. So we apply scripture to each problem we're facing. So the scripture is our ammunition that we use to destroy systems, demonic structures, and concepts what the enemy is trying to throw at us, or even the world is trying to throw at us.
Wow, awesome. Sure. We could keep going, but I want to leave this for part 3. I've got so much I want to ask you, But until next time, viewers, stay tuned. Part 3 coming, and salute.